something positive to happen this week is that President Trump is going to visit the UK and do a state visit. This is his second state visit. This is because he has non-consecutive terms, and this is really going to be something historic. King Charles is pulling out all the stops. Prince William, Princess Catherine, the entire family, they're pulling out all the stops to welcome the First Lady Melania Trump and President Trump and the entire delegation to the United Kingdom to show them what they're about. Of course, it's going to be big for trade. King Charles is really not allowed to be a real political figure, but his embrace of President Trump and rolling out the red carpet shows they want to do more trade with the United States. They want to have a positive relationship with the United States. And they also respect the fact that President Trump respects them. Because if you give respect, you might get some respect back. And President Trump has always loved the Queen. President Trump has spoken so many times on record about how his mother, Mary McLeod Trump, may she rest in peace, absolutely loved Queen Elizabeth. My entire family, we love the royals. And I think because I didn't grow up with a big family, I grew up living with my mom predominantly, we would love following the royals because you could imagine what's it like to be in a big family with all these moving parts and all these people and the pomp and the circumstance. And so President Trump is going to be living his best life in the UK, but it's going to be consequential for history. It's going to be consequential for trade and the relationship between the United Kingdom and the United States. Now, we actually have some of the schedule. We have some of the schedule of what's going on this trip, and it really is going to be a tour de force. There's going to be so much eye candy to devour. It's going to be important. Let me read you what's going to happen. So on Tuesday, September 16th, the President and the First Lady, they will land in the UK, where they'll be greeted by the US Ambassador and the Viscount Hood, Lord-in-Waiting, on behalf of the King. Then where things start to get interesting, Wednesday, September 17th, okay? The Trumps will travel to Windsor Castle, where they will be greeted by the Prince and Princess of Wales before being formally welcomed by their majesties. A royal salute will simultaneously be fired from the East Lawn in the Tower of London. This is going to be major. This is my Super Bowl. This is really my Super Bowl, right? My whole life has led up to this moment. I have followed the royals every day, probably since 2018, really 2012 if I go back and think about it. But I followed the royals every day since 2018. And now to be following President Trump and covering him, this is really incredible. I can't wait to watch this. I'll be getting up at 2 a.m. to cover everything, to see what's happening, because that's what we do here in the United States with the time zone change. This is going to be big, okay? This is my Roman Empire, as the kids say on social media, seeing all of this. And I know the women, we're going to have to break down what First Lady Melania Trump is wearing. Okay, we're going to have to break down every outfit, every stitch, every heel, every moment of what First Lady Melania Trump is wearing in the UK. We're all going to be so excited to see the looks, to see what Catherine is wearing. Oh my God. So no, it's going to be incredible. I'm obviously being a little cheeky right now, to use the British terminology. But yeah, no, the trip is going to be incredible, right? They're going to be at Windsor Castle. There's going to be carriage rides and processions and this beautiful banquet and this beautiful state dinner where the King Charles, will get up to speak, and then President Trump will get up to speak. And who knows, you know, some other folks might get up there to speak and want to say a few words as well. I think it's going to be fun. I think they're going to have a good time. Charles and Camilla are the consummate hosts. They have a relationship with President Trump. I heard last night, someone told me, I think King Charles, when he was Prince Charles, went to Mar-a-Lago to have tea with President Trump in 1988, right? These people go way back. They love each other. They revere each other. And so I couldn't be more excited. The First Lady, Melania Trump, is set to host an event, some type of event with the Scouts at Frogmore Gardens, I think Frogmore Gardens, with Princess Catherine. So seeing the First Lady Melania Trump with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, these two women who are on the world stage under a microscope come together to do something good and positive, it's going to be incredible. Now, some folks have written me. They say, do you think Meghan Markle will be making an appearance? These are obviously folks who don't follow the royals so closely. Meghan Markle will not be making an appearance, okay? Meghan Markle, whoa, she might make an appearance at Soho House in Hollywood this weekend, right? She might make an appearance in Montecito at the farmer's market. She won't be here, okay? I don't want to see Meghan Markle here. I shudder to think about Meghan Markle and Prince Harry coming back. I think Prince Harry will have a bit of FOMO. I think Meghan Markle will try to upstage in some way what is going on. And Prince Harry is now becoming more desperate for press. He goes to have tea with his father. Of course, that gets out to the media. Then he goes to Ukraine to pay his respects. He's now decided he's going to be this real international man who knows how to solve crises, and he's going to get involved in Ukraine. You know, the Ukraine war has been going on since February of 2022. It's nice Prince Harry has realized there's a war in Ukraine, and he goes and he does a photo op. But as many of my royal friends know, the Sidley twins and Dan Wooten and so many know, These folks are royal disaster tourists. They're wannabe royals, but they're disaster tourists, right? They go around after the fires, the Palisades fire, they were traipsing through people's front yards and they'd lost everything. They had cameras following them and TMZ allegedly. So they're disaster tourists. I'm not shocked that Prince Harry went to Ukraine because he's desperate for a new grift and some new attention. And maybe Prince Harry thinks he can't even have peace with his family. Maybe he's going to try to broker peace between Russia and Ukraine. That's what Prince Harry's trying to do. Maybe Prince Harry's like, you know what? I'm actually a fool, but let me go try to broker peace between Putin and Zelensky. Let me go see how that goes down. But the world will be watching. The world will be watching President Trump, the First Lady Melania Trump, and the royals. I can't wait to see what other members of the senior members of the royal family who attends this banquet, who attends the carriage procession. So it's just going to be incredible. We have more and more information, which we'll get into on Wednesday because they'll actually have been there. But I just am so happy that they're doing this state visit. I think it's going to be great for the world to see. I think it's something positive this week. I think President Trump will be living his best life because of the pageantry and the fun and the red carpets. And I believe they're going to be flyovers and salutes. It's going to be incredible. And we'll be covering all of it here on Spot On with Link Lauren. I'll be covering it on all of my social media. If you follow me on Instagram at I am Link, if you follow me on X at It's Link Lauren, on TikTok, It's Link Lauren. So be sure to follow on all platforms because I will be following the minutia of this trip as I've done with every big royal event since 2018. Recently, I learned about colostrum, the very first milk known as liquid gold that babies receive from their mothers after birth, packed with proteins, natural growth factors, antimicrobial peptides that work to enhance your immune response, reduce inflammation, repair and balance gut lining, reduce bloating, and make your hair and skin look amazing. Today's sponsor, Cowboy Colostrum, offers the highest quality cow colostrum available in the US, 100% made in America from 100% American grass-fed cows. They don't overprocess or strip their colostrum, leaving it whole, full fat, and high protein for ultimate nutrient density. It's the highest quality bovine colostrum you can buy. Cowboy is easy to drink, made with delicious natural ingredients and no artificial flavors. Simply add a 3-gram scoop of either our chocolate, Madagascar vanilla, or strawberry into your coffee or smoothie. For a limited time, our listeners get up to 25% off their entire order. Just head to cowboycolostrum.com/link and use code LINK at checkout. That's 25% off when you use code LINK at cowboycolostrum.com/link. After you purchase, they will ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you.